election simulation debate. We're your hosts, Sonia and Lisa. And here we have today Mr. Curtis Lewa and Mr. Eric Adams for their mayoral debate.
So, Mr. Lewa and Mr. Adams, we're going to be asking you both to give an opening, just a little opening statement. So we'll have Mr. Adams go first.
Hey, Townsend Harris. My name is Eric Adams, and I'm the Democratic nominee that's running for New York City Mayor. I'm from inside and outside the office. I ran 22 years in the police force, 4 terms in New York State Senate, and the first broken borough president. I know law enforcement and criminal justice better than the back of my hand. I know how New York City's communities shall feel and how we should help them get protection, and I will make sure our communities are safe and will be safe. So don't be barbaric and vote for Eric.
Thank you. Mr. Lewa, you also have 30 seconds for your opening statement.
Good morning, all. My name's Curtis Lewa, and I'm running to be the mayor of New York City, okay? I'm the Republican candidate. I've been a people's person all my life. I've been patrolling the streets all my life. From starting the first recycling center in Brooklyn at the age of 14 to starting the Guardian Angels, a group who stopped thousands of crimes and are currently in 130 cities worldwide, okay? I'm a compassionate person. I want to help the people of our city, and I want to make our city a better place. Don't be nervous and vote for Curtis.
Thank you to both of our candidates. Now we'll be starting off with our first question. As critical race theory debates ripple across the country, what are your thoughts on the matter in the context of New York City schools? Mr. Adams, you have 1 minute.
My thoughts on the content of New York City schools is that I believe that critical race theory should be taught to NYC schools because I believe how the word race is used very loosely to oppress the people of color, and how our students will learn the sugar-coated words of United States history when I believe they should learn the real backstory of United States history because there's many discriminations that are going on Black Americans because it went from since day one. Black Americans set foot on United States America from slavery to Jim Crow laws to the civil rights movement to the BLM, which is going on still today. So I believe that our students should learn about the BLM, about the critical race theory in our New York City schools.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Mr. Stewart? Mr. Stewart, same question for you. You all have 1 minute.
Critical race theory definitely has its spot. But first, we have to focus on the basics of education. As many of you may know, our students have been out of school, not receiving a proper education for 1.5 years now, okay? Which is truly unacceptable. I believe that when we come back to school, students must first focus on the basics. Math, science, history, and so on, okay? Education is something that's very important to me. And I want to offer a quality education to everybody in New York City, all our students, no matter what background they come from. Right now, my priority is not implementing something new, but making sure we have the basics done right first, okay? I want to get our students safely back in schools learning, okay? I want to make our education system better by implementing free tutoring for students, implementing more STEM resources, and making sure that students can pursue their educational and career passions throughout their career in high school.
So thank you, Mr. Lewa. Mr. Adams, you have 30 seconds for a rebuttal.
Mr. Sleva, you denied the question of how critical race theory should be taught to NYC schools. Is it because your all lives matter and you're also denying that there is discrimination among Black Americans and that you're not admitting to the fact of it?
Mr. Lewa, you also have 30 seconds for your rebuttal.
So I actually did answer the question. I said that critical race theory does have its place, but that students coming back to school now who have been robbed of their education for over 1 year should resume by learning the basics first, by getting their education in place with the basics first, like I said. So I did answer the question. I do not discriminate, okay? I'm a very inclusive person. Like I said, like I mentioned, I'm going to repeat it again. Critical race theory does have its place, okay? And later on, it can be implemented, but right now, the basics are the most important thing.
Thank you, Mr. Lewa. So we'll now be moving on to our next debate question. After the uprisings that have taken place over the last year and the new public consciousness regarding the effectiveness of prisons, do you have any plans for reforming or shutting down Rikers Island? Mr. Adams, you have 1 minute.
My plan for shutting down Rikers Island is that I believe that how there's mostly police officers who are not benefiting from there, and there's many corruption that's going on in Rikers Island, and I believe that it should be shut down because how we should reform the police department over there and start from